Could humanity ever conquer the galaxy? Today, we are going to explore the cosmos and the possibility of humanity one day traveling to other stars. If we manage to avoid extinction first, how realistic is it to imagine colonizing the galaxy? Surprisingly, it may not be as impossible as it seems. When we think about other galaxies, it's hard not to be amazed by the sheer scale of the universe. Imagine standing inside a spaceship, looking out a massive window, and seeing a galaxy stretching across the sky. Just visualizing something so grand can spark our curiosity and our dreams. But once we dream, questions arise. How close could we be to such a galaxy? From which part of our own galaxy would we see it? And most importantly, could we ever actually get there? The truth is that with the methods of travel we know today, reaching another galaxy is impossible. Most galaxies are moving away from each other due to the expansion of the universe, while some galaxies, like the Andromeda Galaxy, are close enough that gravity will eventually bring them together. Andromeda will collide with the Milky Way in about 5 billion years. Most galaxies are receding from us faster than the speed of light. Because of this, we could never hope to reach them. So for now, we have to focus on our own home, the Milky Way. Even though it might sound discouraging that we can't reach other galaxies, our galaxy alone is unimaginably vast, containing hundreds of billions of stars and likely trillions of planets. Could we explore and perhaps even colonize it? At first glance, the distances involved seem overwhelming. Planets in our solar system are already incredibly far apart, far more than they appear in textbook illustrations. And beyond our solar system, space becomes even emptier. So, many people assume that conquering the galaxy would require technology far beyond our current capabilities. What kind of technology would be necessary? First, we would need highly advanced artificial intelligence capable of maintaining and repairing itself over millennia. We would also need spacecraft capable of traveling close to the speed of light, perhaps powered by massive laser arrays or even tiny artificial black holes. While this may sound like science fiction, in theory, these technologies are possible. We just don't have them yet. Supporters of this idea calculate that, with such advanced tools, hopping from one star system to another, humanity could spread across the galaxy in about 210 million years. But such an ambitious expansion would require enormous amounts of energy. Physicist Fermi Dyson once suggested that advanced civilizations tend to consume increasingly greater amounts of energy. A common concept linked to this idea is the Dyson Sphere, a gigantic structure built around a star to capture most or all of its energy. With enough energy, not only could we power advanced spacecraft, but we could also theoretically move entire stars. How could we move a star? One way would be to place a giant reflective mirror on one side of the star, gradually pushing it in the opposite direction as the light bounces off. Or, using a Dyson Sphere's power, we could run enormous ion engines to slowly propel the star through space. With such technology, a civilization could even move stars to avoid nearby supernovae, or to create new, brighter energy sources by combining smaller stars. If this sounds extreme, there are even more powerful energy sources. Supermassive black holes, for example, contain staggering amounts of energy. By extracting radiation from their accretion disks or tapping into their rotational energy, we could generate power billions of times greater than that of a Dyson sphere. This vision of galaxy-wide conquest depends on technologies we don't yet have. But what about conquering the galaxy using only what humanity has today? Surprisingly, it might not be as impossible as it sounds. Although space is unimaginably large, the universe is also incredibly old. Some astrophysicists argue that the vast age of the galaxy makes distance less of a barrier. This idea connects to the famous Fermi Paradox, the question of why we haven't yet found evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations, even though we might expect to. A recent study published in the Astronomical Journal reinforced this idea. The researchers simulated how even a single technological civilization in a Milky Way-like galaxy could expand over time. In their simulation, gray dots represented unstable stars, magenta spheres represented stable stars, and white cubes represented starships in transit. At first, expansion is slow, but as the civilization grows and establishes more colonies, the power of exponential growth takes over. The simulation also factored in the galaxy's rotation, showing that colonists could simply wait for stars to move closer as the galaxy spins. According to the results, an entire galaxy could be colonized in about 1 billion years. While that sounds like an eternity, it's only about 7 to 9% of the Milky Way's age. This ties into the Kardashev Scale, which categorizes civilizations by their energy usage. A Type 1 civilization harnesses all the energy available on its planet. A Type 2 civilization can use all the energy of its star, and a Type 3 civilization can control energy at a galactic scale. The simulation represented a civilization transitioning from Type 2 to Type 3. Carl Sagan believed that such expansions were possible, though extremely slow. But this new study suggests it could happen much faster than previously thought. If even spacecraft moving at current human speeds could theoretically colonize the galaxy over time, what would such missions look like? Instead of small ships, we would likely need enormous generation ships. Self-sustaining space arks capable of supporting entire communities of humans, animals, and plants over centuries or millennia. These arks would recycle everything in closed ecological systems. We would have to abandon ideas like cryogenic freezing, which remains far beyond our abilities. But there's a factor many forget: the human microbiome. Our bodies contain trillions of microorganisms that co-evolved with us on Earth. Our microbiome relies on Earth's gravity, magnetic field, atmosphere, and bacterial environment. Recreating these conditions artificially would be an enormous challenge, and any generational ship would effectively be an experiment, its inhabitants serving as test subjects for an unprecedented long-term venture. Would you volunteer for such a mission, knowing your descendants would have no choice but to continue living in this rigid, confined environment? Over generations, rules inside the ship would become highly restrictive. Population growth would have to be strictly controlled. Jobs might be assigned rather than chosen. Life on such a ship could resemble a strict, almost totalitarian society designed for survival, not personal freedom. This raises deep questions about how such a society would evolve. Could it remain stable over centuries? Would people cope with the psychological strain of such confinement? Social norms might change drastically, new languages could develop, and the culture would evolve in ways we can't predict. Despite these daunting challenges, humans are remarkably adaptable and inventive. With enough planning and innovation, it's possible that such generation ships could succeed. Over time, they could reach new star systems, colonize them, and repeat the process. Given millions or even billions of years, humanity could, step by step, fill the galaxy. If everything goes perfectly, we might one day see human colonies scattered across the stars. But of course, there are countless potential obstacles. From alien civilizations that might not welcome our expansion, to unpredictable cosmic events like supernovae or gamma-ray bursts. Still, thinking about these possibilities pushes us to imagine what humanity's future could be. If you're enjoying this journey through the cosmos and want more deep explorations of our universe, remember to like this video and subscribe for more content like this every week. Your support helps us continue creating these fascinating stories about science and the future of humanity. The dream of conquering the galaxy might remain distant for now, but the first steps are in our hands. Developing technologies, understanding our universe, and keeping our curiosity alive. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, check out our other videos on space, physics, and the mysteries of the cosmos. Don't forget to subscribe and explore the channel for more adventures into the universe.